Now available on Tata Sky channel number 526.
And here's our focus this evening. Navi Mumbai builder Raj Kandari breathed his last in Vashi's MGM hospital on Tuesday after battling for his life for over 24 hours. The police are investigating all of the possible angles that might have led to the prominent developer shooting himself in the head. Raj Kandari, who is the owner of the Swaraj Group, has been in the property business for over 15 years. He had several projects in Navi Mumbai. Now, Kandari's death has the entire real estate industry up in arms across the country. Developers are demanding a thorough probe. Within Navi Mumbai, developers are alleging that delayed project approvals and corruption within CIDCO forced Kandari to end his life. We spoke with developers across India. Listen to their response.
This is a classic case of non-ease of doing business, and that is why in builder community, each planning authority will have to be focused how we can reduce the time lag of project implementation. This is a basic case, a classic case, where because of delay, there was stress on him.
Actually, government of Maharashtra has to take some immediate action. Like CIDCO last 2-3 years, they are not taking any major decision like development of land. Like we are mainly facing Naina, Panvel area. We all are having the lands, but the approval is not getting.
We read this clarification. I must say it was a little insensitive on their part to on day one come out with clarifications, because I think we could have sat together and sat on solutions. But anyway, if you'll see the clarification also, they have said that about 290, 300 people had applied and 29 people have got permissions. So clearly, if 10% people are getting permissions, there is a systemic issue there that needs to be addressed.
It's essential that if we are going to try and deliver homes in large numbers as is expected by the government, if we are required and expected to do that, there needs to be fast, efficient approvals, and we really can't be bogged down and blocked by hurdles, and certainly things that might make a person take his own life. I think that's just unacceptable, and really serious action needs to be taken if it is indeed found that was a contributing factor in this unfortunate situation.
In fact, on Magic Bricks Now, we got in touch with CIDCO to react to these allegations that are coming in from across the state. The joint managing director of CIDCO, we asked her about this suicide case, about the allegation that CIDCO did not give the approvals on time, and that's what has caused this tragedy. Listen to what she had to say.
It is mandatory for anybody to construct. They should move from agriculture to non-agriculture permission. Till you take a permission like that, you cannot construct. I think it is common sense. It's known to everybody who works in the sector. In spite of that, if you build 6 buildings on that place and then you ask for non-agriculture permission, do you call that coming with clean hands? From the very beginning, without even seeking non-agriculture permission, today is not the best day to speak about him. I'm sorry, I feel bad about it. My heartfelt condolences to him. But it's a fact of the life that this is how it has happened. He has built, and then post facto he comes to authorities and asks for a non-agriculture permission.
Well, that's a response coming in from CIDCO. The question we're asking tonight is this. Is local level corruption driving developers to this level of helplessness, to this level of desperation? Remember, this is the second case we're having in the city of Mumbai. There was one in Thane. This is the second one in less than 6 months. What is going wrong on the ground level? Why aren't we able to solve this problem? CIDCO on record has only handed out 29 permissions in the last 3 years. There's something fundamentally wrong with the system that's meant to be building affordable homes. Joining me on the show tonight, Shaina NC, national spokesperson of the BJP, Charan Singh Sapra, spokesperson for the Congress, developers from that Navi Mumbai region. Dinesh Doshi is the managing director of Tulsi Realty, Rajesh Prajapati, managing director, Prajapati Group, and Mohammad Israel Sheikh, director at Unimax. Thank you all of you for joining me this evening. Rajesh Prajapati, you knew Raj personally. You knew that the situation was getting out of hand. Tell us what the experience is at the bottom. We just heard the response from CIDCO. CIDCO has told us that the files are just not good enough. You just have not submitted files that deserve clearances. 29 clearances in the last 3 years. What is wrong with the system? Why aren't we able to push this through?
Yeah. First, let me tell you that this is not the second case, but this is the third case of a builder, taking his own life. I think there was one case of Mohan Group also, who has the director of Mohan Group also, who had died in mysterious circumstances in a similar fashion on a rail track, it seems. So this is not the second, but the third builder who has died in this manner. Now, if there are problems in the files, then there cannot be so many problems in 400 files. Every file has a problem. It cannot be that much. Everyone works with architects. They are all learned people, educated, and they know their field. So this is not acceptable for us, and this is not believable that all files have problems. Only 29 files can be cleared in 3 years. That is 10 files per year. Absolutely not acceptable, and definitely there is some change required in the approval mechanism by which the person who is the people who are taking those decisions.
How bad is the situation on the ground? You're a developer yourself. When you go in to get approvals from the Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation or from CIDCO, how bad is the situation on the ground?
Actually, CIDCO is not getting approvals from CIDCO is not particularly bad, but when we talk about NENA, it is depressing, it is heart-wrenching.
Why is it depressing?
They are asking for too many NOCs, they are asking for too many, and there are so many things being, NOCs being asked which have timelines, which expire within a certain timeline, and then once you are back to the square one. So it's an unending process which is started in that area of NENA, and there is no, it seems like a bottomless pit of...
A bottomless pit. Mohammad Israel Sheikh, a bottomless pit for developers, NENA?
I'll tell you, before we go ahead, I was just hearing this, Radha Madam, Joint MD, she has just given a comment on, it's a common sense, people should get a non-agricultural conversion of agricultural to non-agricultural before developing it. You can't use this word at this moment when the guy has, a guy has suicided. He is into this industry from last 15 years. He has delivered more than maybe 500.
Why? If someone who's been building for the last 15 years, who delivered homes up till now, what would drive him to begin building on agricultural land? What is the problem there in the NENA region, in Navi Mumbai, that's causing us to have this conversation today?
I'll tell you one thing. Alibag was collector office was giving a approval before the NENA came. What was the reason? I mean, I'll tell you, my problem is that over here, Alibag is giving the same sanctioning over there. Every day there are a lot of files is getting sanctioned over there. Why the NENA is not able to do the sanction? I mean, they are the same government body. I think they both have a conflict in between themselves. How come the Alibag can sanction the same project and NENA can't?
Shaina NC, you're hearing what's happening on the ground, and I'm glad you joined us on the show, because the last time we had this conversation, the last time we lost a developer to a similar situation, you were part of that conversation as well.
Yes.
I know, and I will grant this, that on the state level and on the central level, a tremendous lot has been done in the last 6 months, but the problem still lies at the local level. What are we doing? What could possibly be the solution at the local level right now?
Yes. First and foremost, let me please say my heartfelt condolences to this family. To lose any entrepreneur at a young age like 44 is most unfortunate. The media reports do kind of suggest that there was a depression angle and he was on medication for quite some time. What prompted him to that depression is another aspect. I don't think that we should be correlating the two if we are going to have a studied debate, because clearly you cannot say that somebody suffering from a particular ailment, you're going to attribute it to CIDCO or NENA. So I would only want to start by saying the loss of life is something that we absolutely are in solidarity with. But let's now talk about the issue. When we say ease of doing business, it does not mean the ease of doing bad business. CIDCO has either accepted, rejected cases and not kept any of them pending. And I would like to say that they will be publishing in every single newspaper every case and where refusal was given and why it was given. So each one can check it out. It is in the public domain, and I think this kind of transparency needs to be applauded, because Devendra Fadnavis, the day he came, he said that especially in the real estate sector, if we want to do away with corruption, there has to be absolute transparency, and that transparency in the public domain. Today you have somebody like Bhushan Gagrani, who is leading impeccable officer with repute, Radhaji as well. I want to only highlight these fundamental points. Out of the total cases inwarded, that is 251 cases, out of which 47 cases now have been transferred to MSRDC. Out of the 47 cases, 7 cases have been given permission. Now, out of the remaining 204 cases which are remaining with NINA, the area under the jurisdiction of NINA, 22 cases granted permission and the remaining 178 are given for formal refusal. Now, 1 minute.
No, Shaina, I understand what you're saying, and I'll also let you know that within this channel we've also RTI'd that information.
In the last few days,
we've RTI'd that information. My question is simply this: if 90%, effectively 90% of the permissions and the requisitions that came in had to be denied, then there's something wrong with the system. Either the people putting in these applications are not doing it right. There has to be something's wrong fundamentally with the system. Over 3 years, if we've rejected 90% of the applications that came in, and I invite any of the developers on the panel to tell us what's going on.
We can understand if this 90% files are rejected for the first 6 months, maybe we are not able to understand, the architects are not able to get what the officer wants. But for the continuously for 3 years, if only 10% of the files are getting, and this 250 are the files which are present now. There are so many files which may have already gone, and people may have taken it back. They are not interested because they are not getting it. So the problem is not 250. There are.
May I respond?
Yes, go ahead, Shaina. Respond to that.
First and foremost, NINA puts every single file on the building plan on the website. I don't think there's anyone else who does it. And this amounts to absolute, final, total transparency. Now, the question that you raise, this is a technical point where it says that today the Mumbai Metropolitan DCR applies. So there is no lack of clarity, and there are no kind of suggestions that there are new rules. This has been going on since 2005 itself. Now, the problem that the builders seem to be suggesting, the officers on their hand say that if they are unable to communicate all of this information on transparent portals and websites, then there will be a question vis-a-vis corruption. Now, if every system is being monitored and is being improvised, I think that we as a society also need to applaud them when they're doing something right. Just because we want our plans passed doesn't mean that they are doing something which is in accordance to law or not. They will go by the book and they will say why they have given permission and why they haven't. So that's why I go back to my fundamental point. It is ease of doing business,
point taken,
but
Mohammed
it is not ease of doing bad business.
Tell me this, why are builders unable to, if we take this right now, from what we understand, are developers unable to submit a file or a requisition for a permission without putting it together properly and monitoring the law for 3 years? Why are you unable to give in a proper file? What's going wrong?
Sainaji, I would like to tell you one thing. Like, it's in Maharashtra, across India, the BJP government is over here. And we really respect, we really love the kind of work is going on. But how come the same two bodies, government, at the collector is also BJP, here is also BJP. How come at the NINA, the file, at the NINA file is not getting sanctioned, at Alibag, same file is getting sanctioned? That means there must be some problem in the system, or they must be demanding some additional paper which might be, as a developer, we are not able to produce. It must be something.
What are these additional papers that are being demanded? What are these additional papers that are being demanded?
I'll tell you one thing.
If everything is up on the website and everything is transparent according to what the government has told us,
I'll tell you.
What are these papers that you're unable to submit?
See, there is no such paper we are unable to produce. We are able to give all the document. I will not take the name of the officer. I was there in NANA office and I asked him, how can you give me the sanction? I have applied it 3 years back. You know what was the reply?
What was the reply?
If you're going to follow me too much, then I'm going to give you. I'm not here to give as per the sequence order. I can't give you the name at this moment. See, that was the word, because they are not...
Mr. Prajapati?
See,
what has been your experience on the ground?
The point is
No, you
that
must
the person
expose.
should not only be an honest
you
officer
must
and
expose.
non-corrupt.
See, this is the thing with builders.
I agree with China NC. I agree here that if you have a problem
No,
on
no,
the
I
ground,
must
go
interject
ahead and
here,
give us
please.
the name of the officer in question. If you feel that there is a
Absolutely.
problem,
Expose
allow
it,
the
speak.
government to
Our
take
government
it up.
is saying that we are giving you every opportunity to say so.
Just now you have taken the name of the officer. I'm sure he must be the only guy. I'm going to approach him.
See, the point
Give
is
us-
not
give us the
only...
name.
See, I met with Mr. Venugopal and he said that if you're going to follow me too much, then only I'm going to give you.
So only if you
Can I
chase
come in?
after me, you
Yes,
are saying that...
he used this word to me actually. I said, okay. I have applied around 2.5, 3 years back. And I asked him, can you give me the specific and written format, what all I need to produce it? Boss, you have to wait. That was the answer, And about the, we need to pay around 2,000, 3,000. They are not clear. I'm the part of the NANA core committee. I was trying to implement some technology in the NANA so that the corruption goes out. They kept it. Bhatia Sahib kept me in the committee, and after a certain period of time, they have removed me. Not Bhatia sir, the ground level people. They asked me, this guy is not, some IT guy or something. They have given me some name, but they have removed me from this core committee. I was helping them bringing a technology in the NANA. I can help them to get the...
You just named Venugopal from SIDCO.
Yes.
From NANA.
From NANA. China NC, you have a name now. You have a name of an officer who said, I won't give you permission unless you chase me enough. I won't go by the sequence. Mohammed Sheikh, am I quoting you correctly? Is that what he said?
Yes.
China NC, you now have a name of an officer.
Well, let me please say this, that obviously there are two sides to the story. I'm not giving the benefit of doubt to the officer, but I clearly think that there are aspects that we have to look into collectively. There are forums where you can complain. There are forums where you can ask for answers. But if you feel that you are always right and the officer is always wrong, is also a wrong approach to have. I want to just state one fact which has come to me from the state government, and this may be of interest to your viewers so that they realize the transparency with which we're working. The new voluntary land pooling scheme, which is called NANA, has been formulated and sent for approval of government, which has the new rules. Till date, the rules of the MMR continue. So there is no ambiguity or delay. If at all, this has to be done in a particular format. And the time taken is as per the MRTP Act, which statutorily defines timelines and is giving suggestions and objections. There is no delay, so to suggest. And I think this constant thing of demoralizing officers with impeccable kind of repute is very demoralizing for the entire system.
Right,
I do concede it is a laborious process first to get your NA and then to move forward. But in contrary, 1 minute, just one last point. In contrary, in every single case which has not got approval or is awaiting a fulfillment of mandatory documents, what are the reasons? I think the builders must also understand whether it is asking relaxation in fire refuse areas, parking, open spaces, lifts, etc., which would compromise with areas of fire safety or other critical aspects, are being refused. And is that not right? Is that not the correct stand that the government should have?
All right, China NC, no, before we move away from this point, we do have a developer here who's given us a name of Mr. Venugopal, additional chief planner of NANA. Would you like this complaint to be taken up in an official manner from the government? How can Mohammed Israel Sheikh, who's in the studio with me right now, what route can he use within the government to make this complaint official? And will the government look into it?
He can use me as a route. He can use me as a route, he can use your channel as a route, and he can ensure that his complaint is addressed. But as I said, without knowing the side of Mr. Venugopal, to kind of suggest that just because he has highlighted a name and said chase me and that is something wrong, there may be a reason behind it. There may be that reason which needs to be highlighted. So please do not expect to demoralize all your officers in such a way that you have a public platform of the media and you're going to only allege. I said time and again, if any officer has asked you for a bribe, if any officer has asked you for undue amounts of money, please use us, and we guarantee you Devendra Fadnavis is a man of integrity, leads by example, and as the Chief Minister, he has deputed one of his best officers in Bhushan Gagrani. All of these issues can be addressed, but just to be on a kind of a, put the government on a back foot and say, unfortunately, somebody has died and taken his life, you cannot attribute that to the systemic working or functioning of the government.
Mohammad
I think
Ijaz
that's my
Sheikh, you
fundamental
have
point.
someone from the government
And I
who's
would be
willing to
happy
listen
take
right
on
now
and
to your
address his
to an
complaint.
official complaint. Respond to that. Will you
Thank
be
you
able
so
to find
much, Saina ji. I'm gonna contact you for the same. But at the same time, I would like to tell you that why this thing happened. We wait for someone lose the life, then we come when we all need to do all this thing. Why we wait for someone to lose the life for the same thing?
See, you are talking about demoralize. No, the officer should not be demoralized, but the builders can be demoralized to such an extent that they take their own life. So I think there is a paradox here. There is, frustration building up, and to a certain extent that 3 builders have taken the life.
There
their
are
own
3
life.
things which
So
is required.
It's really difficult
And in
for us
such a
to
violent
survive
manner, I
at
think
that
that
extent.
our viewers-
And we are
our viewers-
stakeholders in NAINA. We are stakeholders in NAINA.
There are 3 things essential. Roti, kapda, makan. We are the one of the.
one of those 3 things?
Yeah, we are making houses for the people. Of course, we make money, no doubt in it. But we
But
are
isn't
the
it
one
a
of that
crime?
thing.
It's not a crime to make money. Yeah?
Charan
See,
Singh
no-
Sapra. Charan Singh Sapra has been quiet up till now. Charan Singh Sapra, go ahead.
See, one thing which everybody has to agree, I have heard in the entire discussion of 3 developers also and China NC also. See, out of 250 permissions for which people have applied, only 29 have been given, or whatever. China might have given a little more number of files. But I feel there is something is faulty in the system. There is definitely red tapeism. It needs to be improvised. There is corruption in the system. Otherwise, these builders are not going to take their lives. There are 3 builders who have taken their lives. People like these builders, they have, invested hundreds of crores of rupees while taking tenders of these places. Now, after investing 500 crores, 600 crores, or probably 100 crores or 1000 crores in the land, then while taking permission, if the things are delayed, the bank interest, the financial institutions interest, that is the worrisome thing now. Now, somewhere the government has to think that they need to speed up the procedure for giving the necessary permissions. Otherwise, such incidents will go on occurring. The entire market in Maharashtra or probably in India is in distress. People are waiting for the Achhe Din. So it should not be that by waiting for the Achhe Din and people are committing suicides. So definitely the Maharashtra government has to consider this situation very seriously and bring in some amendments, bring in some corrections so that such incidents do not occur.
I have an information now, we have received that, because I was not privy to whether the documents, but just now we have received information that this project which Honorable Joint MD was talking about now being unauthorized,
Yes.
NA.
Swaraj Laguna.
Swaraj Laguna. It
within
had
the NAINA
approval
region.
from the collector office. That is what I have just received the message, that it had approval from approval office. In this, phase 1 of CIDCO, that is the pilot project area, they are insisting that even though you have an approval from the collector office, you will have to take another approval from CIDCO also. So for that, a large amount of payment has to be made, more than 1 crore of rupees per acre. And
Yes.
it really bites your
1.5 crore rupees in development charges per acre, which is almost the price of the land.
Almost the price of the land. And
Even
this
lesser
guy
than that.
that is what I have just got the message, that this guy already had the permission
then
from
he
the
has
collector
to
office.
also pay the infrastructure
his
charges.
misinformation being spread by the NENA authority that this was going on unauthorized.
That
It was
was
not an
illegal.
unauthorized construction.
If you-
He was a seasoned builder and he would never have done an unauthorized construction.
And somewhere the price, I mean, land price is much more cheaper than this, government prices.
No, the builders definitely have big architects with them. They cannot go in such a illegal way.
So if you see, there are two government bodies. One is Alibag, which was doing this plan passing thing before NENA took over. NENA took over, and in last 3 years they have cleared only 29 files out of the whole lot. Okay, and wherein if you see the ADTPO, which is in Alibag from the collector office, every month more than 30 to 40 proposals of the same areas are approved on the same basis. As I agree, Saina ji ने जैसे बताया कि the moment till date the NENA DCR is not GR'd, so the policy of MMRDA is applicable to the same region as per MRTP Act. So as per that act, as per the same rules on which the Alibag TPO was approving the plans, NENA has to follow the same and approve the same, that 3-story building, the same rules, same parameters. But that has not happened in last 3 years, and 3 years only 29 permissions have come. And if you see the result, that lot of illegal construction in this last 3 years have happened, where the planning was to be done by NENA. In fact, we were
No, there are discrepancies in the policy.
We were the one who have
the policy needs to be made
who have
clear.
informed Mr. Bhatia about the illegal construction with pictures, and then only the illegal construction, there was some action taken by him, and they came to know about the illegal construction which was happening in the area.
I think that the point that was made both by CIDCO and by the State Government, Shaina NC just brought it up as well, that if we demoralize officers who are doing their job, we're demoralizing them from doing their job. But the larger question here is when someone gets driven to suicide, and even if the red tape added 5% or 10% to this man's depression and to this man's, to driving him to this point, I think that right now with this conversation, we need to find a solution there. We need to pick an area, if that's CIDCO, if that is the Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation. On this channel, we have in fact, as of today and over the next couple of days, RTI'd information from Navi Mumbai and from CIDCO of all of the permissions that went in and the reasons for which they have not been given. We will go after this one by Rajesh Prajapati, tell me this. Obviously, this was a developer who's been around for 15 years, as you yourself have been around for a really long time. If there was a solution that we could look for within the NENA region, because, and our viewers should remember, NENA was created by the government to build affordable houses for the people of Mumbai, in the area of Mumbai. If we are going to find a solution, and is the problem here red tape, is the problem here corruption, and what could that possible solution be? Because the government is listening and we should use this as a platform to tell them what we need.
See, first of all, there is first there was this collector office which was approving these files. Then NENA was brought in. It's not brought in by this government. I think it was brought in by, I'm not sure, possibly yes. the previous government. But this NENA was a good,
the earlier government.
The earlier government, yes. But this NENA was a good opportunity to bring affordable housing. But somewhere there is a loss of track. Now,
at 29 permissions in 3 years, we are not building affordable housing.
We at 29, the same rules being followed in Alibag. The collector office is issuing on almost 29, more than 30
but
in a
Rajesh
month.
Prajapati, what is the solution? What is the solution?
Possibly NENA authority, the NENA people should learn, go and take training from the, the collector office, how they are able to do it. And these people are definitely not, maybe they have put a wrong officer in the place, or some solution has to be there.
Shaina NC just told us that the Chief Minister himself has appointed one of his best officers.
No, I'm not talking about Bhushan Gagrani or Mr. Sanjay Bhatia, who were there earlier. I'm speaking about the person who is heading the NENA department of CIDCO.
He's talking about the earlier officers.
Yeah, the Mr. Venugopal or whoever is heading NENA. I mean, there has to be a change somewhere so that,
May I please come in here?
Yes, Shaina.
Faye, I think before just character assassinating somebody, please do understand I've just got my research and only with that knowledge am I speaking. Mr. Venugopal is a very, very honest officer and extremely good at his job. What he does not do is bend the rules. So when we have commentary on a particular officer, it is very, very demoralizing. And I'm not for 1 minute suggesting that you should not have answers to why your file is not being passed. But if every builder feels that any officer who files tick marks the file and says your project is passed is a good officer, and that who adheres to all kinds of stipulated norms, whether it's fire safety, whether it is leverage in parking, whether it's open spaces, etc. And you suggest that because he is not bending the rules, he is not a good officer, does not wants to stall your project, is extremely unfortunate. And I think as you've used your forum to express your complaint, you must be willing and have the courage of conviction to hear the other side as well. Please do understand that this is the only organization where everything is so transparent that it's put on a website. Where your permissions, why they are given, is put on a website, and why you're not getting your permissions is put on a website.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Mr. Venugopal is a really honest officer. I know that, I really respect him. But if you know, my file was being sanctioned from Alibag. I have just applied to do some modification. I have not applied for, from the beginning onwards, just for your knowledge. So since I have not told you the entire story, I'm not blaming Venugopal as a corrupt officer. He's a very dynamic and very good officer. If my things are not happening, I must say to you this thing. It was a sanction plan. I have applied for revised my plan, nothing else.
What was the problem? Has the officer communicated to you what the problem is with your file?
See, I'll tell you one thing. He was not aware of it. He asked me, apply again. I will look into it. He has not denied that. I'm not blaming again here. I'm blaming the system. We have to remove the hierarchy. There are too many hierarchy level. We have to implement the technology as much as possible, because there is no such technology where an officer can track what is the situation of entire office. I was part of the NANA committee at the beginning itself. Mr. Venugopal knows me very well, and Bhatia sir also knows me very well. I was part of that. I was trying to help them to build the technology so that they can track entirely even the legal issues, even the problem, whatever they're happening, even for the NA thing also. They were
so Mohammed Sheikh, you think that bringing in an IT system, a tracking system, would be the solution here?
Yes,
Rajesh Prajapati?
Yeah, I think that is a right,
because
there are certain officers with certain preset mind conditions, and you cannot help such people to give a positive response. So IT online approval.
Okay,
online,
I want to bring in another voice here.
Let me just clarify one more thing. No builder who is working here in Navi Mumbai or even in areas which we know would want any officer to bend rules for them. This is the last thing we would want. We want to do clear business. We are not perpetrators of corruption. Please don't take us as people who are going and doing corruption.
Why are 90% of the applications,
victims of corruption? We are not perpetrators.
Rajesh Prajapati, according to CIDCO, 90% of the applications that came into CIDCO were not worthy of clearance. Why is that then?
We don't understand. There are. If an officer is showing himself to be so honest and so meticulous that he'll see every comma and slash and full stop, then there is no file which can be going.
See, I'll come in between over here.
Okay, I just 1 second. I just want to bring in one voice. I'm told Niranjan Hiranandani is on the phone line with us right now. He's a developer, one of the largest in the country, building in the Navi Mumbai region right now, working within that Navi Mumbai region. Niranjan Hiranandani, unfortunate circumstances under which we're having a conversation again. Is there a solution to the red tape and to the delays on the ground when it comes to clearances and permissions? And is the Navi Mumbai, CIDCO, NAINA area particularly a bad situation in your experience?
We have to understand one thing, that the very fact that the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, has taken this strong action for the purposes of doing ease to doing business, which has been implemented. And just now we have had two or three meetings wherein we have provided the change which is taking place, or the humongous change which is being brought in by him. The Municipal Commissioner of Mumbai has already implemented, Thana is already implemented, And I guess we have to implement that in Navi Mumbai and Naina also. So there is an accepted fact by the government, by the system, that there was delays which had taken place earlier, and the system needs a change. Shaina has mentioned just now, and she's absolutely right, that we need to make this kind of change more transparent, which is happening very fast. But we have to accept, whether it's the government of the BJP or the Congress, that the system was a system of delay. There was a system wherein the system was not working. That is why the change has been needed, and it is being brought about by the Chief Minister. So I don't think we have to ask a question whether there have been delays in the system or not. The answer is that there has been delays. And that is accepted by the government. Mr. Venkaiah Naidu has stated it.
Mr. Niranjan Hirandani, the changes being made right now of complete online permissions are being made only within the Mumbai Municipal Corporation. It does not include Navi Mumbai. It does not include Thane. Will we wait until it goes on for this long? Is there a need here right now to extend the scope of this change at least?
Of course, Mr. Bhushan Gagrani handled MIDC very, very effectively. We have done construction in the areas where he was actually managing the whole thing. He has brought about automation and ease of doing business. And I'm sure that the future will see the same thing happening in CIDCO and Navi Mumbai also. I mean, I think the change is required across the board. I mean, this is an accepted fact. Why are we going into the fact that everything was slow? It is slow, and it was slow, and the government, even in the central government, has accepted that it was slow. So let's not go into the fact we have lost one more builder. All we have to do is look forward and see that in the future we improve the system. That's all that is necessary. This man has died. Let's not talk about it anymore.
All right, what are the improvements that the system needs right now? And I want suggestions from our entire panel. Niranjan Hirandani, is it just online permissions? Is that what the system needs right now? Is there more? Will online permissions do the trick?
I think putting Mr. Bhushan Gagrani, who has simplified so many systems, and the fact that such a thing is mandated by the Chief Minister will bring about a change. I don't know how long it will take, but I'm sure it will be brought about very quickly.
All right. Shaina NC, that's the suggestion right now. How long will that take?
Well, I don't think there is a magic solution, but the fact that there is total transparency is one aspect. As I mentioned, I won't repeat vis-a-vis the website, but I think what is absolutely imperative is this Mumbai Metropolitan DCR that applies. So there is no lack of clarity vis-a-vis rules, because this is on since 2005. But the new voluntary land pooling scheme for Naina, where there are certain kinds of question marks, whether the dates and rules of the MMR, whether it will continue or not, those are things that we are working towards. I think that in the process of giving clearances, every builder wants that his file should be passed at the earliest. But I think keeping in mind the kind of fire safety hazards that we've had through rampant development all across the city, and Mumbai particularly, we need to be really cautious in Navi Mumbai area, and we need to be very careful. There are areas which are absolutely stipulated for parking, open spaces, etc., which cannot be fudged around with. So, of course, there is going to be a certain kind of severity vis-a-vis permissions that Radhaji also spoke about, the changing to the NA. That is also one aspect, but I think all in all, if you realize our government is interested in the ease of doing business, you will also be interested in not doing the ease of bad business. And as I said, at the cost of repetition, our Chief Minister has always said, if there are bribe givers, there are bribe takers, and both need to be exposed, and our government will stand by anybody who is being wronged. But just baseless allegations to demoralize an officer, and an officer as upright as Mr. Venugopal, makes me feel extremely saddened, because it's all very well till I did my research and found out about him. I didn't know what had transpired, but every time you say that, he says you will have to chase me. What is wrong in saying that if he doesn't have a correct answer to give you, and if there is a fudging or a question mark or an area of grey? I'd rather believe that the officer has...
That's not the right way
This is,
of
you may feel it's
seeing,
not correct, but I am
you cannot
entitled
be
to give a
that way.
viewpoint as
It
well.
cannot-
And
a person-
every time we demoralize
can I come in?
officers or
Person-
suggest that why is it like this in NENA, you have a dynamic officer in Mr. Bhushan Gagrani and Ms. Radha, and at the same time you have a chief minister overviewing it. So
No,
let's
that's
make this
okay.
into a landmark
There are
movement.
other things
Yes,
also.
there will be a gestation area of grey. I'm not saying that we have no failures in our system. There are lacunas in the system, but those problems can be addressed accordingly.
Rajesh Prajapati.
You see, it's never a good officer who will tell you that yes, you have to chase me in order to get. You are trying to back a person who has no look. He cannot be backed for saying that if you chase me you will get it. No, that is not correct. And why should we chase someone? I mean,
No, but
why
are you
should an
using
officer
just that one sentence
be
against
wanting,
him?
That
No,
he
but
should
to be fair,
chased?
that one
And,
sentence, that one
and
statement is not evidence of
There are people who have told
corruption.
us that this officer, I am not against any person. This
Sir,
is not
that
a,
one
this
sentence
is not a
is not the
platform where we
content
are
of it.
talking about any particular. We are not come to here to demoralize any person or anyone. But there are people who have applied for NA and they have not gotten NA from NOC for NA. Let alone NA is given by collector office, and NOC for NA has not been received by some projects for more than 15 months, 18 months. And this officer, some of the officers say, I will not give work because I have no mood to work today.
But
so
then,
I cannot understand how such people can be said. What is wrong in a person asking you to chase him? It's really, astonishing to hear such words
Mohammed
from
Sheikh?
some person.
NENA came here
I
to
didn't say
make
what is
life
wrong.
easier
I said you
and
cannot
better.
hold one statement against the officer.
Madam.
See,
let
one
me
statement,
correct you
Mohammed
again.
Sheikh, one
Again,
statement is not evidence of corruption. That one
I'm
statement
not-
is
We are
not
not saying
evidence of
that
corruption.
I'm not saying
China
anything.
What are you
I'm not
saying
saying
exactly?
that he's a
Everybody.
corrupt. He's a very nice officer, honest officer, as I know him.
We are not saying
What is
it's
the
corrupt.
problem
Again.
then? What is the problem then?
NENA came here to make life easier, better, and more faster for everyone. Why Alibag is able to give every month approximately around 25 to 30 sanction, and NENA is not able to deliver more than 30 in 3 years?
So, what are you
isn't
saying?
not
Are
a
you
Is this
question.
the
saying
way
This
we
is
are going
not
to
a
make a housing
question.
for all and
This is
housing
not
for
a
all for
question which should
everyone?
be. However, good an officer is, non-corrupt, very good, dynamic, but he is not clearing files. Means he's
See,
not.
how do you define
He's not
this-
a good person to be kept at that place.
How we are going to deliver housing for all by 2022?
Okay, so here's the thing. When we spoke to Sidco this morning, we spoke with V. Radha. She told us that a lot of the files that came in had problems in parking, they had problems in fire safety, and these are the reasons why they were rejected. Is this true? Have there been developers who've approached Sidco saying, bend the rules on parking, bend the rules on fire safety and clear my file? Rajesh
There has
Prajapati?
not been a single instance of of any complaint or any suggestion coming from any builder to our association. We are working with Maharashtra Chamber of Housing Industry, Raigad unit, and neither Navi Mumbai unit. Not a single developer has come to us even suggesting that they want a change, a relaxation in fire. These are greenfield projects. These are not projects which have already come up and there is something new which we want to do. These are greenfield. We can make basements, we can make first floor parking, we can do whatever is required. But there is no need for us to bend any rules, or we are not at all interested in bending any rules.
So then what are
We
the
just trying to
justifications that
get
have been given to you on the
only
ground?
expectation we have is
Can I
our
come
files
in?
fast, clear, give
Alright.
us approvals
Charan Singh
in
Sapra.
time.
Charan Singh Sapra.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to make clear, that each and every developer, wherever he is working, he is having a definite frame of rules under which he has to work. He cannot submit a proposal by saying that give me extra parking or give me something extra if there is no provision under the rules. So the statement of China NC or Radha, whatever they are talking is wrong, should not be considered. Whereas I would like to say that the multiple window clearances should stop. It should be eased out, and also a probe should be ordered into this, that why so many people were not given permissions. A third party audit should be done, or third party report should be done in this, probe should be done in this. And also the housing authority has to come in as soon as possible, then only these things will get addressed.
All right. Unfortunately, Charan Singh Sapra, the real estate regulator, which is the authority you're referring to, will not have the authority to look into local government. As it is designed right now, the regulator will only look at the real estate sector and not at those who give permissions. It has no authority over those who gives permissions. Are you saying it's corruption? Are you saying it's red tape? Are you saying the rules are too difficult to be worked on? What, according to you, is the real problem here, Mohammed Sheikh?
At this moment with this government, I can say red tape. I don't see any corruption at this moment since, a couple of years, government is trying to do a lot of things. I'm a fan of, BJP with Narendra Modi sir and all. And there are a lot of things can be done for the urban development. We can bring a lot of youth over here because they have got a lot of innovative idea which can be presented to the government authority, but they are not ready to listen. We don't get time because of the lot of hierarchy level, lot of permission. We have to remove the level of sanctions, and we have to bring architect, contractor in the RERA thing where architect can give the sanction of the project, so that if anything goes wrong, where architect can
too many layers of permission.
Yes.
Too many layers of permission.
Why don't we involve all these things?
Permissions हो रहे हैं, and
Yes.
they're just taking too much. It's taking too long. Rajesh Prajapati.
Yeah, there has to be predictability, in the rules. Today, when the NENA was formed, it was a 600 square kilometer area, and down the line, at some point of time, a pilot project area was considered. Then somewhere down the line, MSRDC was given 200 square kilometers out of that. Then again, somewhere down the line, an area is being carved for Panvel Municipal Corporation. So we are not sure who is driving and who is thinking, and there is no linear line of action. It is just anyone is doing anything. That is what we are experiencing.
There's a duplication of authorities here. Is that what you are saying?
No, there is no framework of doing certain things, because when I buy a land, I know that this is going to be coming in the NENA area. Suddenly I find that after pursuing my file for some time, then this has gone into MSRDC. Now after that, after a few months, you find that it will now go to Panvel Municipal Corporation. So we are not sure. The rules are not predictable. So one of the most important things for a business to grow is to have predictability. I should know when I get my land that this is what I will be able to build, this is what I will be able to sell, and this is the way I will be able to design my project.
See, if the penalties is there on the developer, if we are delaying the possession of the flat and all, why don't we put the penalties on the government authority? If they are not doing sanction on time, they should get deduction in their salaries or something. They should be we need to do something.
Make government officers responsible for the job what they are doing.
Make government officers responsible for the job they're doing.
There is no accountability on the same, on the government officer.
And the best part was that when NENA was introduced, they have told us very sweetly, whatever the way Alibag is giving sanction, the same we will follow to continue till the NENA come up with their DP plan. And all. We were so much happy. We welcome all this thing because they wanted to stop the haphazard construction near around 25-30 kilometers near airport.
Shaina NC, make government officials accountable for files on their table that are not moving, for decisions that are not being taken right now. Is that something that might be possible?
We are not saying that a person is corrupt or something, but there has a non-corrupt, efficient person, but who is not taking decisions, who is just trying to block, or who is not having development as his main motive. The CIDCO is City and Industrial Development Corporation. Here what we are seeing is that officers are just trying to block development.
They're trying to block. Is the problem the fact that there aren't enough officers to manage an area like NENA, which is much larger than Mumbai? Or is it, you're saying, the attitude of the officer in question? Rajesh Prajapati.
Yeah, it's both. Both of them are true. There have to be a lot many more officers, and there has to be officers who have a mindset towards development. That is, both are required. I hear that the new incumbent managing director is a pro-development person, Mr. Bhushan Gagrani, and we welcome him, and we hope that the new managing director takes steps to ensure that such failures do not take place.
This is a point. Let's take it to Shaina. Shaina, this is a fair point. Can we make government officials accountable for not taking decisions? for not moving a decision
Yes.
one way or the other. And I have
Yes,
I
but I
have one
want
more
to,
I have one more yes, one more request before you
Yes.
respond to this. And I do know that the government of Maharashtra is currently burning the midnight oil, working overtime to finish the rules and fill in the blanks on the RERA notification within the state. There is room here for the new regulator to also look into permissions and approvals, which has not been made available within the act that was cleared by Parliament. But there is room within the state to include a clause where even permissions and local government issuing permissions can be brought under the purview. Is that something the state government can consider?
Yes, absolutely. I think that there are 2 points that I want to make. One is that if there is a worry about red tapeism, about areas of grey, changes in policy, we welcome that. We have to work collectively to ensure that it's a fast track and facilitates the best possible kind of solution for the developer, because clearly the end result, we are only interested in low cost housing. But I want to say one thing, and this is the one issue, that if indeed an officer is corrupt, and in this particular case, if he was corrupt, he would not have kept, he would have kept files pending. And it's absolutely the reverse. On the contrary,
we are not saying that he was corrupt. No one here is saying he was corrupt.
No, 1 minute. Hear me out.
There's no one saying here he was corrupt.
Right. Okay. Shaina, and go on.
Sir, when you started the debate,
But
moment,
we are
sir,
just saying
when
that
you
he's
started
not
the
a corrupt
debate,
person. No one says
you
here
said
that he was corrupt.
He said he's chasing me, I don't know for what. So that was an area of grey. Just hear me out.
Okay.
Faye, you decide if you want me to speak. Give me a
Shaina,
chance.
go ahead. Go ahead. I think the point that the developers are making here is that they don't want him to be seen as corrupt. But yeah, go ahead. Tell us what you have to say.
Yeah, 1 minute. I am trying to say just the opposite, that if he was corrupt, he would have kept the files pending. On the contrary, he has either accepted or rejected. And of the 204 cases of Naina, after handing over 47 to MSRDC, 22 were cleared and 178 were given a formal refusal, saying, I will not pass it with reason. Now, is this not decision? And you're talking about efficiency. The number of cases is low because of the higher FSI scheme. Will get formal approval from the government at the end of this month, after which the cases will jump. Now, this is common knowledge to all those who are in the building fraternity, who realize that if there's a change of FSI, where there is a low FSI and you're being granted a much higher FSI, there's going to be a jump in the cases. And today, if the FSI is 0.2, later it will be 1.7. So, people are waiting to get this big bonanza scheme and to get a clearance from the government, which is understood to us. And are we to approve speedily just to violate norms prescribed by the National Building Code of 2005? Or is it the MMS DCR of the MMR? I'm just suggesting that view it in totality, that if there is a change or jump of FSI, that is going to be a big bonanza.
All right.
So let's work collectively towards low-cost housing which benefits one and all, rather than being in this kind of suggestion he's not taking a decision. He is taking a decision, right and wrong. You may not like the wrong. That's
Rejecting
the area which you are
175 files is a decision.
you have a
In
contention
fairness, is a
with.
decision.
And I have another contention, which is let's work collectively.
See, why they have taken 3 years? I mean, this is how we are going to complete, housing for all. We are going to make that house, the way we are getting a sanction. No, why the Alibag is able to sanction every month 30 files? That means these guys are
So if you go back into history, even we can go back into history. That's not the point. Let's think forward.
Yes. Even over here as a youth, we are over here to think forward only. And we are just expecting...
But one thing is there, that the developers are definitely in some problem. We need to listen to them. I feel at this stage, the government authorities should have a meeting with the Developers Association and they should discuss what is the problem in Naina rules. Are there need to be, there's a need to relax them, or what coordination is needed?
What coordination is needed? All right, let's create that meeting right now. Charan Singh Sapra, that's a fair point.
Association.
That's a fair point.
There is some level of... There is some level of distress in these developers who are talking on your channel. We need to hear them.
See, on this live channel, I am ready to contribute my time toward this, to get the sanction toward, helping them to government, because I'm ready to give my time. Even I'm ready to reduce my business because I wanted to contribute toward this industry, because housing is very important for entire nation.
So, Mohammed Sheikh, you're very willing to start a conversation with the youth in the industry to help the government reduce the red tape. Rajesh Prajapati, what do you want from the government? We have a minute to go.
Yeah.
No. What we want is that the people who are on the very important positions, who are going to be taking care of the development of any region, they should be pro-development kind of people. They should not be trying to find faults everywhere.
Okay.
And we are not people who will try to take some bonanza, or we are there for getting some relaxations or something. We want to do clean work. We want to do good work, and we don't want to be called.
Of course, government has to be pro-development. Then only they can go in. They can have a success in affordable housing.
See, I would say, in terms of getting affordable housing in this region, if you see 700, 800 developers in this region contribute to affordable housing in this region, where if you see this is duty of the government to get the affordable housing done. Where CIDCO came in early 80s to Navi Mumbai, it was to decongest the main city.
Right.
The moment CIDCO came, they started development, and if you see in last 365 days or 2 years down the line, there are 800 developers. They want to do development in Navi Mumbai, bring affordable pricing to the end user.
Right,
but what is happening? The cost and the tenders which are coming, there are only 10 tenders, there are only 20 tenders coming in 365 days, and there are 800 buyers. So land prices go at a very, comparatively almost 3x or 4x, and so the end user gets a product which is not affordable. When you talk about affordable housing in NAINA.
Right. Dinesh, unfortunately, we've run out of time. Shaina NC, a quick assurance from you that we will bring you these problems, and I know that you've always been, a source of, a route to the state government here. There are issues. Let's accept the fact that there are problems here. Can we take them up? Will you look into them?
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I hope that we will be mature enough to have concrete solutions. And let's also realize that our system works on parallels. One is the industry leaders who we need. The second is the administration that shapes the way the development is going to happen. And of course, the political will, which our Chief Minister clearly has.
All right. We are on this channel going to RTI information from the Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation and CIDCO. We'll take a look at those permissions. We'll find out if there really is a problem. We'll partner with the state government to make this system easier, because the end result is more affordable homes for the citizens of Mumbai. You can reach us on contact details that are on your screen right now. Thanks for watching.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.